From spine-chilling Bigfoot lurking in the woods, to unsettling demonic creature sightings, and even some strange natural phenomenon. If you're intrigued by the world of the unexplained, you're in for an extraordinary adventure as we explore each mysterious capture. In this video, from a YouTube channel specializing in four-wheeler reviews, the focus is on a 2012 red four-wheeler. The creator provides a thorough discussion of its specifications and important features for the audience. However, he takes it a step further by showcasing the four-wheeler in action, firing up the engine, and embarking on a rugged forest road adventure, all captured on camera. While on this adventure through the woods, the creator's camera captures something quite extraordinary. Within the forest, a tall, dark figure is seen walking amidst the trees. Strangely, the creator seems unaware of this unusual presence. But to viewers, this figure undeniably resembles a Bigfoot. Its towering stature and thick black fur make it a truly captivating sight. Eventually, the creator returns to his garage, bringing the recording to a close. This bizarre encounter is sure to leave a lasting impression, not only on the viewers but also on the content creator himself. This photo was shared on Facebook by a man who made a startling claim about his ex-girlfriend. According to him, she had a terrifying encounter with a creepy and frightening ghost. The photo in question had been sent by his ex-girlfriend to their family chat group as a way to announce her safe arrival at a hotel where she intended to relax. At first glance, everything in the photo appears quite ordinary. The TV is on, broadcasting a sports show, and the room seems peaceful. However, something utterly disturbing and unsettling is lurking in the mirror's reflection. Upon closer examination, you can discern a truly eerie and demon-like head peering out from the mirror. This head bears no resemblance to a human, but instead resembles an unsettling spirit or demon. Given that the ex-girlfriend was alone in the room at the time, there's no other logical explanation such as the presence of another person. After witnessing this photo, it becomes evident that her safety might not have been as guaranteed as she conveyed in the family chat. Traveling by train through the countryside can be an enjoyable and serene experience, but sometimes it can take a mysterious turn. In this video, you can see the view outside a train as it travels through the scenic landscape. During the journey, something catches the attention of the passengers. There's a figure moving around in the mountain. This figure appears to be humanoid, and when it becomes aware of the people on the train recording it, it crouches down in the bushes. It remains in a squatting position, seemingly observing the train as it continues on its path. The individuals who recorded this video from the train are convinced that this creature was a genuine Bigfoot. However, there's something quite peculiar about this particular Bigfoot, notably the way it blends in with the surrounding bushes. What are your thoughts on this enigmatic creature? Could it be a new and distinct species of Bigfoot? Nature can be both awe-inspiring and terrifying, especially when it involves encounters between predators and their prey. This video, captured by a wildlife photographer, showcases a particularly harrowing yet fascinating moment in the wild: an alligator's attempt to hunt a thirsty doe. In the video, a thirsty doe approaches a serene lake to put out its thirst. Everything seems calm, but there's a sense of unease as the doe drinks the water. Suddenly, the source of the deer's anxiety is unveiled in the form of a large and menacing alligator, stealthily closing in on the unsuspecting doe. In a moment of sheer survival instinct, the doe reacts with lightning-fast reflexes, leaping away from the impending alligator attack. The alligator's strike was swift and calculated, but thanks to the doe's quick response, it narrowly escapes becoming the predator's meal. It's proof of the incredible instincts and agility of animals in the wild. This video takes us to an acacia forest in Australia, where a hiker had a rather peculiar encounter. In the footage, a lake comes into view. But there's something unusual by the water's edge. A cryptid creature. This being exhibits some gorilla or ape-like characteristics, but its behavior is quite strange. It walks in an atypical manner and even bends down to interact with the water. While this creature isn't towering enough to be classified as the mighty Bigfoot, it's also not petite enough to be an ordinary ape. Its entire body is shrouded in thick black fur, and it possesses a notably broad body frame. Cryptids of this nature are often associated with deep, remote woodlands, but on occasion, they seem to have an inclination for venturing near lakes and other bodies of water. The true identity of this cryptid remains a mystery. Is it a unique type of Bigfoot, an oversized gorilla, or something entirely different? Ghosts are often associated with possessing dolls and other small objects. But how about them riding or moving wheelchairs? This video takes place in a hospital, where the night staff captured something straight out of a horror movie. In the footage, there's an empty wheelchair in the hospital hallway. Initially, everything appears normal, but then the camera pans to the right and returns to the wheelchair, which begins to move. There's no one seated in the wheelchair, and no visible strings or wires to attribute its movement to. The chair seems to be in motion all on its own. This sudden and unexplained movement understandably terrified the person operating the camera, prompting them to flee the scene. Such a sight would indeed be chilling, especially for the night staff, who are often alone during their shifts. Have you ever wondered what the end of the world might look like? If you have, I bet you never imagined it would involve a massive flock of birds. This video comes from the UK, and it shows a truly eerie and unsettling dark wave hovering just above the surface of the sea. This wave looks incredibly ominous, and at first glance, you'd think it could devastate anything in its path. However, the reality is quite different. This wave is actually a collection of around 70,000 starlings, moving together in a mesmerizing and slightly spooky flock formation. During autumn and winter, these starlings can be seen creating intricate patterns across the sky at dusk before they settle in the trees for the night. This behavior, known as murmuration, is a remarkable natural phenomenon. If you were to witness this in person, you might be forgiven for thinking it's the end of the world. But in fact, it's a stunning display of nature's beauty and complexity. This video was captured by a security camera in Ohio. It shows the backyard of a house at night. Suddenly, a mysterious, smoky figure appears and starts walking across the backyard. The way this smoky figure moves resembles that of a humanoid spirit. It's also quite wide in appearance. As it crosses the backyard, the video ends. The homeowner, while sharing this video, also mentioned that after this incident, they started hearing banging and footsteps, as if someone were walking around inside their house. The homeowner believes that this spirit has now taken up residence with them and is making them consider leaving the house. My suggestion for the homeowner would be to contact a paranormal expert to deal with this spirit, or, if possible, consider moving to a new home, as it seems this one may now belong to the spirit. Many people believe that Slender Man is just a made-up creature, a myth, but after watching this video, it might change their perspective. The video was recorded from inside a car as the driver was traveling on a country road. Suddenly, something unusual appeared in front of the vehicle. There, right in the middle of the road, stood a tall, faceless figure in a suit. This figure didn't seem to move, even as the car approached. To avoid this unsettling presence, the driver steered the vehicle off the road. But what was truly terrifying was when the driver stopped and, using the camera to look in the side mirror, saw Slender Man walking toward the car. This encounter with Slenderman was undeniably frightening. Let's hope the driver made it to safety. One of the most fearsome and terrifying predators in the world resides in both water and on land. And I'm talking about crocodiles. They possess incredible power and are truly intimidating. This video was taken near a lake, and in the lake, a creature with sharp teeth is lurking. As the camera person approaches, we realize that this eerie creature is a crocodile. Take a look at the sheer terror and dark intensity in this creature's eyes. The way the crocodile is there with its mouth wide open suggests that it's ready for an attack and might be sizing up the camera person as its potential prey. So, guys, be cautious before deciding to take a swim in seemingly tranquil lakes, as these crocodiles could be silently waiting for an opportunity in the water. Pranks can be a lot of fun, making us laugh and adding some humor to our lives. However, pranks like this can take a creepy and scary turn. This video was captured by a doorbell camera in the middle of the night. In the video, we can see a humanoid figure walking up to the porch, and it has a really eerie appearance, resembling a witch. This creature has long, unsettling fingers, a featureless face with big, unsettling eyes. The way this witch-like figure behaves is quite frightening, and its sudden movements send shivers down your spine. It's important to note that all of this was just a prank, and someone was wearing that suit. Nevertheless, the fact that this happened around 3 is undeniably eerie. Imagine being the homeowner, hearing the doorbell ring, and when you go to check, you're greeted by this terrifying sight. We've all seen tornadoes, but have you ever seen a lake tornado? This video was recorded in Florida, and it captures a truly unique water phenomenon. In the video, we see a view of a lake, and in the lake, a water tornado is forming. This tornado resembles the typical land tornado, but instead of swirling air, it's composed of rapidly spinning water droplets. The way it impacts the water's surface is both fascinating and quite unusual. Moreover, this water tornado is moving at a fairly high speed. It almost appears as if there's an unknown creature beneath the water, using its power to create this phenomenon. One logical explanation could be that it's simply a tornado that has formed on the water's surface, similar to how tornadoes occur on land. Whatever it may be, it was undeniably a strange and captivating sight. Bigfoot sightings are a rare occurrence because these elusive creatures tend to avoid cameras and being seen by humans. However, one thing is for sure, they love lurking. In this video, a hiker was exploring the woods, recording the beauty of nature and the surrounding forest. During his venture, he noticed some movement in the distance. Upon closer inspection, it became evident that this movement was caused by a dark-furred creature lurking behind a tree. This creature had notably long arms and a substantial size. Moreover, as the video zoomed in further, it revealed the creature had orange fur, somewhat like an orangutan. However, the creature's size and the way it moved didn't match that of an orangutan. The hiker was quite convinced that he had captured a sighting of Bigfoot. And if it truly was Bigfoot, encountering this mighty beast, capable of causing harm in the blink of an eye, is undeniably a scary prospect. Jaywalking is a crime in some places, and people can face consequences for it. But what if the jaywalker isn't a living being? This video comes from India and was recorded by a road security camera. In the video, you can see a busy road, and from across the road, a mysterious, ghostly figure approaches. This ghostly figure proceeds to jaywalk on the road, crossing it without any apparent concern for the passing vehicles. The appearance of this entity is also quite unusual. It's smoky black and has a hunched back. While it moves in a manner resembling a human, its upper body appears strange, almost like an alien. What are your thoughts on this ghostly jaywalker? This video was shared on TikTok by a user with the handle CreepyTalk633, and the uploader claims to have captured a demon standing in the window of his room while he was outside the house. In the video, you can see a house window, and inside the window, there are two glowing eyes staring back at the camera. Upon closer inspection, you can discern that this creature has two devil-like horns on its head. Additionally, this creature is entirely black, with no visible reflections of light on its body. After a brief moment of staring at the camera, this devilish figure disappears. Some viewers who watched this video think it might be a dogman or a werewolf. Regardless of its identity, it was undeniably a deeply unsettling and terrifying sight. I certainly wouldn't want to see something like that standing at my window. This video was recorded at a lake during a family vacation. In the video, you can see the view of the lake. However, something unusual appears in the distance. There's a figure with a smoky, ghostly appearance, and it seems to have a humanoid shape. Strangely, this mysterious, smoky figure appears to be surfing on the water. The odd part is that lakes typically don't have waves like the ocean, so there shouldn't be any real surfing happening. After a while, the first smoky figure starts to fade away, but then another identical one emerges from the water. This is followed by a third one. The question is, could this be some kind of machine in the water that's creating these smoky shapes? And if it's not a machine, then what exactly is going on? Is it a parade of water spirits? It's a peculiar and intriguing sight, for sure. There's an ongoing debate on the internet about the existence of alien unknown flying objects, but videos like this one can certainly make you wonder. In this video, we're looking up at the cloudy sky, and we notice a remarkably strong bright light shining from within the clouds. This light is moving as if it were an aircraft, and it's so intense that it resembles a miniature sun. The light takes on an orb-like round shape. Some viewers who've seen this video suggest that it could be a UFO sighting. UFOs are often associated with emitting unusual lights and traveling at high speeds. However, it's essential to note that there's no clear, definitive evidence to confirm this as an actual unknown flying object sighting. On the other hand, there's also no straightforward explanation for the presence of this strange, glowing orb in the sky. It remains a puzzling and intriguing sight that raises questions and sparks curiosity. If you have insights into what this might be, or if it's a rare natural phenomenon, please share your thoughts with others. This video was shared on TikTok by a streamer who captured some eerie, ghostly activities during a live stream. In the video recorded through a webcam, we see the streamer chatting with his toddler while something unusual happens in the background. The fridge door suddenly opens by itself. Initially, the streamer doesn't seem to notice this, but shortly afterward, he realizes the door is closing on its own. This discovery startles the streamer, and he cautiously approaches the fridge to investigate. However, as he gets closer, the fridge door swings open once more without any apparent explanation. This sudden and unexplained movement of the fridge door terrifies the streamer, and he quickly retreats, leaving viewers and the people watching the live stream astonished. It's important to note that this was all happening during a live stream, witnessed by hundreds of people, and the streamer was alone in the house with only his toddler at the time. We've all heard enchanting stories about fairies when we were children, but as we grow up, we tend to believe that fairies are just part of folklore. However, after watching this intriguing video, I'm starting to have my doubts. This video was captured by a home security camera, and in it, we get a glimpse of the backyard. Suddenly, a strong bright light orb enters the backyard. Initially, it seemed like a piece of paper or something similar caught on fire, and was floating around in the wind. But what made this sighting particularly unusual was the way these lights moved and how they emitted different colors. The homeowner mentioned that this wasn't the first time they had seen such lights in the area, suggesting that this kind of sighting was rather common. After watching the video, it makes me wonder whether what we saw might have been a fairy, just casually fluttering about in the backyard. I share your fear about dark, remote caves and the mysteries they may hold. In this video, a team of cave explorers captured footage of a cave that they planned to explore the next day. However, during the night, their camera recorded something rather unsettling within the cave's depths. There, in the darkness, a gigantic goat-like head came into view. As they zoomed in for a closer look, it became apparent that this head was attached to a human-like lower body, resembling a demonic goat man. This creature is known as Baphomet, a deity worshipped by some Satanists. Baphomet appeared to be lurking within the cave's shadows, perhaps waiting for a challenge from the explorers or daring them to venture into its territory. Such encounters in the eerie silence of a cave can indeed be quite unsettling. For more captivating content like this, simply click here. Thank you for tuning in.